guess you just gotta guess that you're getting pictures.
Come on, Dad. What have you found?
I had the lens cover shut. That's a good reason why I couldn't see anything. This is Lake Luna. We got fishing regulations. I haven't looked to see what they say. I got a new one.
That's great.
Yeah.
Canon? Is that what it says?
It's a Canon, and it's got a 57:1 zoom lens.
57:1?
It will take 57 feet and make it look like it's only 1 foot away.
That's unbelievable.
So I wanted to show you my new camera.
I think it's very nice. You're taking our picture.
Yes, I am.
You're so
right here in the middle of the subdivision. Doesn't seem to be bothered by us. Mary's down that way with Winston. They just walked by the deer. Here it goes. Good morning, Mary. How are you this morning? We've decided that we're going to get some blue pine and pine that wall. next trip. We're going to go order it tomorrow. The backyard's getting to be more densely wooded. It's actually quite pleasant out here on the porch, even though it's virtually August. I guess if you get up high enough and you get enough shade, you get quite mild temperatures. It's almost noon and it's still below 80 degrees out here on the porch. Earlier this year I made some bug traps for the carpenter bees. And let's see if we can zoom in on one. And we did indeed catch a few. I've got several around. There's a couple of more out here on the sunny side. And out on the front porch, there are a couple more. Here's Winston hunting for whatever he can find out here on the porch. Isn't that right, Winston? Fire pit area has been very nice. We put pebbles. Actually, you can see a little bit of the black felt underneath the pebbles to keep the grass from growing. Painted the chairs black. They actually came from Florida and were green before. Over here sits a bench that I made a few trips back, as well as some tables upstairs. Here's the tables that I made same time I made the benches downstairs. There's one of them. There's the other one. And we took steel wool and vinegar, let it mix together for a while, and then smeared it on the tables to make them aged looking. And I think they turned out pretty good. They don't look a whole lot different than the chair that's sitting beside them. The backyard doesn't have any grass, but that's okay. It just feels like it's out in the woods. And we really like the dog run. The other day, Winston and I were out here, and there were two deer just on the other side of the fence. We all sat around looking at each other for a while. Boy, that looks quite red. Maybe I can clean it up with my new software. I hope so. But that's the owner's closet with the shelves that Mary requested. It started all this construction process that we've got going on. Mary wanted a cabinet up in the master bathroom. So I built her a cabinet. There's the back side. Here's the front side. And Mary's in the process of staining and sealing it. It isn't going to take much staining because it's made out of what they call blue pine, blue and buggy pine. And that's what got us thinking about doing the upstairs foyer and paneling it. Of course, Mary wanted the shelves in the owner's closet, so I had to have a workbench to make them with, or at least that's the rationale I used for getting the workbench. Last trip up, we made the shelves, we made the workbench, and this time I'm working on some shelves down here in the garage. One of the braces for the shelves is sitting right there on the workbench, and over there's one of the braces already attached to the wall, and the shelves are going to go over against this wall. Once I get them done, I'll take some pictures. Up here is where we're going to put the blue wood, like the cabinet that we made goes. It's kind of hard to get the whole wall. I can't get far enough away. And that's as wide out as I can go. But we're going to make this whole wall the blue pine wall. There's the cabinet we made out of the blue pine. And the reason they call it blue pine is because it's got streaks of blue in it. You can see the streaks back there. Mary bought a turtle to set up here because I told her it needed something. At any rate, we didn't do a great job of making this thing, but we learned on it, and we're going to put one in the house bath next time we're up. Here's my shop all cleaned up, ready for us to go home. And down here on the floor is where the blue wood's going to go till we get back in November. Notice that my shelves over here are all cleaned up. Winston's inspecting them. And the reason the shelves are all cleaned up is because I have new shelves over here that I can stack stuff on. So I'm slowly making progress on my shop. Matter of fact, I think it's in pretty good shape. There sits a couple of raw pieces of the blue and buggy wood. And the reason they call it blue wood is right there. See, you can see the blue streak running down through it. But we got a whole lot more of it that's about to be delivered. Although there is a weather problem. And the weather problem is that it's raining. And that gives wood delivery a problem, and we're leaving tomorrow, so we got to get it. It also gives Mr. Winston a problem because he can't go outside. It's raining, ain't it, bud? There's a picture of the $10 chair that we bought, and you can see it's been relegated to the basement. The reason the $10 chair has been relegated to the basement is because Mary found a $35 stool at a thrift store, and I gotta admit it's much better the right height, and it does look a whole lot better. Well, the blue wood arrived. One minor little problem with the blue wood is that it came 16 foot long instead of the 8 that it was supposed to be. Now you're looking at it all stacked on my workbench. There's a little bit more over on that workbench, but most of it's right here on this workbench, and hopefully you can tell that it ain't 16 foot long anymore. That's because Mary and I had to do the cutting down to make it 8 foot long, which we did. And now it's all 8 foot, or approximately 8 foot long, stacked here on the bench, waiting for November to put it up on the walls. It is pretty looking wood. Here's some more of it over here. And these two are over here because they were wet. It was raining. We think all of these are pretty dry. So, here's November's project, waiting to happen. And there goes Winston checking out everything. You gonna find a bug, Winston? Well, we're headed home in the morning because the refrigerator in the garage went out. So we're gonna forego going to Alabama until Labor Day. We're mostly packed, and Mary's ignoring me, even though she is fully aware of the fact that I'm taking her picture. Hi, Mary. Now look this way. Mary helped me cut up the lumber. There you go. And down there's Winston. He's ready to go home, I bet. Though he doesn't fully know we're headed home. Well, there sits the reason that we came straight home instead of going by Alabama on our way home from Georgia. You might say, well, why is that refrigerator standing wide open? And the answer is because even if it was closed, it wouldn't be doing anything. It went out while we were gone. Charlie Camacho saved us a whole lot of grief, though, because he discovered it and he actually cleaned out most of the stuff that would rot and disposed of it for us. If cameras could smell, though, you'd still smell that a little bit, and so the refrigerator has to go. Right now that tire looks like it's just fine, but it isn't. Last evening when we pulled in, it started going down, but it stayed up long enough for us to get home, and it's a flat, and I gotta go get it fixed this afternoon.